Hello?
Yes, hello. Is this Mr. Campbell?
Yes, this is Ron.
Hello,
Who's this?
Ron. I am Willy Tyler from Classic Hits My 1059. How are you doing?
I'm great, Willie. Thanks for calling.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for taking the time for us today. A lot of people might not know your name, but everybody definitely knows your work unless they've been living under a rock for the last 50 years. Ron Campbell is coming to town, and we're all very excited about it. You are not only the director of the legendary Saturday morning Beatles cartoon that aired from, like 65 to 69, the Yellow Submarine cartoon, but then went on to do basically every cartoon that we know, right?
Hardly everyone, but quite a few very popular ones, yes.
You know, sir, I got so excited because I was like, oh, I dig the Yellow Submarine, and I like the Jetsons, and I like the Smurfs, but when I saw you were the guy from Scooby-Doo, that's really got me. I'm a huge Scooby-Doo fan.
Yeah. He's a wonderful character, a wonderful set of cartoons. But I only worked on the early episodes, the first season, and my studio subcontracted the production of a number of episodes in the 70s.
Yeah, well,
there's been an awful lot of Scooby-Doo cartoons made, and I wasn't involved in all of them by any means.
I understand that, but there's no need to be modest. You're certainly a giant part of my childhood with all of the cartoons that you have illustrated, or how do you want me to...
I
animated?
Produced, directed, written scripts for, storyboarded for. It just depends on the show. It depends on what I did. My own show, The Big Blue Marble, all through the 70s, was my favorite. I won a Peabody and an Emmy for that.
Yeah.
My show did. And, I've spent 10 years of my life doing Rugrats, 10 years of my life doing Smurfs. I worked for 50 years making cartoon films, and you do a lot of things in 50 years.
That's really the thing. If you've seen a cartoon in the last 50 years, all the way from the Flintstones to the Rugrats, we may have probably seen your work. And, of course, maybe, I don't know, most famous for, but that's certainly a big part of your life is the Yellow Submarine stuff, right, with the Beatles.
Sure. It's a nice calling card. How do you do? My name's Ron Campbell. I animated some of the Yellow Submarine.
Yeah, exactly. When did you first figure out that you could draw?
I guess I was about 7 years old when I learned that the cartoons I was watching in the movie theater were just drawings. They were just drawings. And drawings can be made that come alive. And that's when I became obsessed with animation.
And that was
very young age.
That was so far back that was kind of the start of TV animation, correct?
Well, no, TV animation was still 20 years away.
Oh.
When I came out of art school is when TV came to Australia, and I was able to walk around in Sydney pretending that I knew how to make animated cartoons, so I'd make television commercials. That's how I learned, really, self-taught, basically, but also from books and stuff.
Fake it till you make it?
Yes, yeah, right. Yeah.
When was it that you discovered the Beatles? Did you know about the Beatles before you got assigned to the job to...
Heck no.
Really?
Heck no. I got a telephone call in the middle of the night saying, Ron, we've got a new show. I said, what's the show, Al? And he said, we'd like you to direct it. It's the Beatles. And I said, Al, insects make terrible characters for children's films. But no, it was a rock and roll group, the biggest rock and roll group that ever was,
Oh, yeah, you just kind of happened to land in that?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Did you ever get a chance to talk to any of the Beatles to find out what they thought of Yellow Submarine?
No, as circumstances had it, I was always on the other side of the world. I was in Australia directing the Beatles TV cartoon show, and when I came to America, I couldn't go to London. I was in the middle of getting my green card for America, and I had to do my work in Hollywood and ship my pencil drawings and animation drawings to London. So,
oh wow,
I never did get to meet all four Beatles.
So you were born in Australia, is that correct?
Oh yes, yeah, born and educated in Australia.
And then
First years of my career was in Australia. Then I came to America in 1966.
okay, and then kind of have been all over the world, I suppose, since, right? With
No, I've lived as an American citizen in the United States since 71 or something.
Oh, okay.
I came here in 66. Have I traveled the world? Yes, but not for, my career was always in America.
So you haven't actually spoke to any of the Beatles about the Yellow Submarine, but I do know for a fact that Ringo has one of your paintings. Is that correct?
Yes, he does. In his recording studio on Sunset, or at least that's where it once was. He did an hour interview with 60 Minutes, and he was sitting there in his studio with my painting over his shoulder. That's the only reason I know it was there. Whether it's still there or not, I don't know, but it was.
Well, that's absolutely pretty cool.
Yeah.
So everybody from the Smurfs to the Jetsons to the Flintstones to Scooby-Doo to Rugrats, it doesn't matter really. Ed, and Eddie. I mean, you worked all the way up until just fairly recently, right?
2008 was 50 years and 1 month, and then I retired and started doing paintings based on the cartoons that I helped make.
Right.
And that's what I'm doing now, doing art shows, selling the paintings, recent paintings that I've done since my retirement.
And that's what we're looking forward to this weekend. Of course, the Toucan Gallery downtown, 2505 Montana Avenue. From Friday until Sunday, you've got Friday from 3 to 7, Saturday from noon to 6, Sunday from noon to 4. You are going to be there. You're going to be showing off some of these. We'll be able to purchase some of these?
Yes, everything is, all the pieces are for sale. And when somebody buys a painting, I do another painting in front of them on their certificate of authenticity.
Oh, wow.
So it's a lot of fun, get to talk about animation. There's a wide variety of paintings at a wide variety of prices, from less than $300 to over $10,000.
Wow. Who is your favorite character to animate out of all of the... I mean, you've done more... You might be the biggest... Yeah. The longest and most animator of all. I don't even know how to say that, but you've probably animated more cartoon shows than anybody alive, right? Or at least been a part of. Yeah,
I have been prolific. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
So yeah, and I suppose Scooby-Doo is one of my favorites too. You were asking about favorites. Scooby would have to be up there, but I love the Rugrats and the Smurfs. And the very last show I worked on, sheet directing for Ed, and Eddie. I remember directing the very last scene of the very last film of Ed, and Eddie, and putting my pencil down and saying, "Wow. That was it. That's all there was." Yep. 50 years and 1 month.
That was the last one, huh?
Yep.
What was maybe the first one that we would know? I mean, was it the Yellow Submarine? Or
No, the first one that you would know would be Popeye.
Oh.
But my very first scene was a television commercial of a centipede collapsing, and I had to do about 100 drawings of a centipede collapsing under a bug spray. And every drawing had to have 100 legs on it. So I sat there for untold numbers of hours drawing little legs on a bug, saying to myself, hey, they don't know it, but I'd pay them to let me do this. That's the enthusiasm of youth, Now I think I'd die of boredom.
I do appreciate a man that loves his work. That's for sure. You're making a rare personal appearance this weekend, and you're going to be showcasing not only the original Beatles cartoon paintings, but other artwork as well, right?
Yeah, all based on the cartoon characters that I was involved with.
And the exhibit is free, and all of the works are available for purchase, correct?
Yeah, they sure are, William.
I'm so excited about this. You have no idea. I can't wait to get there this weekend. Like I said, big Scooby-Doo fan. Might be a little young to have gotten into the Beatles' Yellow Submarine, but I certainly recognize it, and I've certainly seen it, and totally understand the significance behind it. But you're a legend, man. That's very cool. We appreciate you coming all the way up to our neck of the woods.
No, I'm looking forward to it very much.
All right, the Toucan Gallery, 2505 Montana Avenue. And again, Friday, May 31st, that's this Friday from 3 to 7, Saturday from noon to 6, Sunday from noon to 4. And we'll have more details, of course, on our website at my1059.com and our Facebook page. But Ron Campbell, I do very much appreciate you taking the time to talk today, and I can't wait to meet you this weekend.
No, it's been my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Okay, bye-bye.